Cable 36 Sports presents Boys Varsity Football. Today it's the Mamaroneck Tigers versus the SCARSDALE Raiders. We'll leave it to the public address system and then continue afterwards.
Now for the Raiders, starting defensive line.
Now SCARSDALE Raiders are going to announce their defensive team.
Defensive end, number 7, Jeff Cochran. Free safety, number 9, Eric Lundquist. Strong safety, number 20, Dan Ornstein. Playing quarterback, number 21, Peter Fratton.
You catch Steve? I can say.
Quarterback, number 26, Doug Pound. Defensive end, number 32, Andrew Brennan. Defensive tackle, number 64, Josh Kessler. Linebacker, number 51, Mike Cohen. Linebacker, number 58, Peter Sheehan. Middle guard, number 74, Alexi Mercedes. And defensive tackle, number 75, Gerald Brennickmeyer. And the rest of the SCARSDALE varsity football team.
And there's the SCARSDALE Raiders and the Mamaroneck Tigers both introducing their team over the PA system.
And a rather enthusiastic Raider team.
Same with the Mamaroneck. All teams look pretty enthusiastic at the beginning of the game. It's the SCARSDALE Raiders going into the game at 4-0-1 versus the Mamaroneck Tigers going in at 2-3. SCARSDALE is 2-0 in the league play, and they're defending their 4th straight league championship, so they're going for 5 in a row. Mamaroneck comes in 0-2 in the league, but they always are a strong opponent to SCARSDALE, especially because of the close proximity in their respective cities. Well, most people on SCARSDALE know people of Mamaroneck, so.
And it looks like we're going to go ahead with a coin toss now.
And we'll leave it to the PA system again, or because we have a camera person right there, so.
Show the captain. Okay, again, my name is Mr. Luciano. I'll be your referee today. Mr. Robson will be your umpire, and he'll begin with the linebackers today. Mr. D'Angelo will be your head linesman. He'll be on this side of the field. Mr. Bordolini will be on this side of the field. He'll be your field judge today, and we'll have the official clock. So his clock is official. That's just an estimate out there. Okay, there's a couple things I expect of you guys from captains. One, to control your team at all times. Okay, captains? 2, in the case of a penalty situation, please come over to me and let me discuss the situation to you. If you don't understand, I'll repeat it as many times as necessary if you understand it. Once you've accepted or declined the penalty, we'll have to go with that. Okay? Any questions before we get started? Okay, Mamaroneck, you are the visiting team. I have a quarter in my hand. I'm going to flip it. One of you will call it in the air. You will call it in the air. I'll let it fall to the ground and it'll stay there. Okay, Captain, make your call. If it goes a tail, we'll do this over again. Okay, I'm going to catch you. Captain, make your call. If it goes a tails, and it is a tails, you have one in the choice and you will receive the ball. Okay, Captain, what goal would you like to defend? Okay, put your back to that goal, please. One, and will receive. SCARSDALE will defend this goal and kick off. Captain, shake hands. Shake hands.
And they go back to their respective benches.
One note about weather conditions. Mamaroneck wins the toss. This is the first dry day we've had in 4 days. One factor to keep in mind is that 5.5 inches of rain have fallen on this field in the past 4 days. and there certainly are slippery spots around.
And what's the weather like supposed to be for today? Have the chance of rain?
Well, right now we have partly cloudy conditions. We should have increasing cloudiness with a chance of a shower, and game time temperature was about 49 degrees. So, pretty good football weather, although maybe a bit windy.
Well, Scarsdale goes into this game ranked 24th in the state and second in the reported dispatch poll. So Scarsdale looks to improve in both rankings. Home at Dean Field. And they're getting out onto the field. Here goes Scarsdale to kick off.
And we're underway at Willard B. Dean Field.
It's kicked to about the 5, and MAMARONECK to return to the 10, to the 15, and a tackle at the 18. But
Number 49,
Tony
Cody Clearman.
Cleverman on the return.
21, Peter Fradkin, and number 20, Danny Ornstein.
We'll leave a lot of these calls of people to the PA system since it's hard for us to scream over the PA system.
First and 10 on the 17.
An excellent defensive coverage by the Scarsdale Raiders, keeping the Tigers to starting at only their 17-yard line.
Good special teams play by Scarsdale. Scarsdale again, their defensive set, as you announced earlier, and MAMARONECK has their offensive set, and you also heard earlier. And the first play from scrimmage, number 49, who just ran back the kick for about 1 yard, less than that, maybe minus 1 yard. Another gang tackle.
49, Cody Clearman, stops the line of scrimmage.
Good defense by Scarsdale.
Check that, plus the arm.
Second down at about 11. MAMARONECK. Man in motion to the right. Handoff up the middle. Gains about 1, so it's about 3rd and 10. Good defense by Scarsdale.
Down on the south side, 64, John Kessler.
3rd and about 10. The reunion class of 1949 is here for Scarsdale. And a man in motion again. A little good run up the middle against Scarsdale for about 8 or 9, but I don't think it's close. It's going to be a first down. They'll probably measure. It was a little fake.
Number 34, Stephen Deladano.
It was a fake up the middle, and then they ran right up the middle. Good motion. 4th and 1, I think. 4th and really close.
Very close
as
to
you
a
can see
first
from the
down.
marker.
And
But
they're
they're
going to
gonna
bring
measure.
out the measurements.
This is the system that I think is incredibly dumb. How did the person walk out straight here? But just my own opinion. It looks like it might be a first down here. No, it's just short.
Oh,
About a couple inches short. And here comes the punting team onto the field. Scarsdale stopped them. About a 9.5 yard and 3/4 yard gain. And Scarsdale hustles off the field.
and excellent defensive coverage by Scarsdale. That is one of their strong points. They are an incredible defensive
They have
team.
yet to allow a point in league play this season. Dan Ornstein back for Scarsdale, along with Doug Knopp.
26, Doug Dobb, and number 20, Danny Ornstein.
Come on, Danny.
Watch the fake here. It's a possibility with 4th and inches. But they punted up. Nice, not a bad kick. Knock fielded at the 45 and crushed. Absolutely crushed by the MAMARONECK player. That was maybe a chance to try to catch it, because the chance of him holding.
26, Doug Dobb, stopped by Louis Cartagena.
But the chances of him actually fielding it without letting go of it was slim, but he did the job, so he knows his own ability. And David Forstein leads the offense onto the field for Scarsdale. Their first offensive possession, 1st and 10.
Feuerstein is the second-string quarterback, but he certainly has not played like a second-string quarterback.
They have a good tandem of Silverman and Brennan running in the backfield. That's one of the MAMARONECK's keys, to stop Silverman and Brennan. And here's Silverman for about 9, maybe 10, 11, 12. He's up to the 40. A big gain of about 18 yards for Silverman. 18 yards for Silverman for first down. Big run. They seem to have tackled him a couple times when he broke tackles. That's their key. It seems like it's up Silverman, the power game, and Brennan, the speed game. Hopefully Scarsdale could avoid having 4 Steed throw the ball because they like to run it up the middle. That put a lot of pressure on their young quarterback. Here goes Scarsdale again. Loop goes out wide. Again, the tandem with Silverman and Brett in the backfield. Running for about 4 or 5. Andrew Brennan was about 4 or 5 yards there. Ready, got.
Yesterday I spoke to Adam Herzog, who covers the Raiders for the Scarsdale Inquirer. He predicted that you would not see more than 4 or 5 passes today, just because of the weather conditions and the strength of the rush for Scarsdale.
Well, Scarsdale, especially now that Kevin Walsh is injured, they're going to go mainly even more to the rush. Silverman and Brett in the backfield have yet to change their lineup in the I formation. Second down at about 6. Fake to head up here, going long. Oh, in and out of the hands of Jeff Cochran, the tight end.
And of course, just when I predicted they're not going to pass much, what do? Pass.
That's exactly why they passed. To fool MAMARONECK. A little play action, fake the pass, and a little deke, and he was open, but a little underthrown. 3rd and 6. Here's Brennan, stopped for no yard gain.
MAMARONECK all over.
4th down and 6. It looks like Scarsdale's gonna punt here. They're on about the 34-yard line. Jeff Cochran back to punt for Scarsdale. He put up the fair catch symbol just to slow down Scarsdale temporarily. The ball bounces into the end zone for a touchback, and Scarsdale gets only a net 14-yard punt. So that's not what Jeff Cochran wanted, but it's MAMARONECK's ball on the 20 after Scarsdale moved the ball about an 18-yard run by Silverman or 4-yard run by MAMARONECK. MAMARONECK stopped him. Head. Man in motion, handoff wide, and no yards again. About 1 or 2 maybe by MAMARONECK. Good defense.
Good coverage by number 21, Peter Fradkin, and number 64, Brad Sussman, helping out with that play.
There you see some of the Scarsdale fans cheering on Scarsdale today. 2nd and 10. Do a good job stopping the rush by MAMARONECK. Only allowed 1 9-yard spurt. Motion.
Number 41, McLaughlin.
For about 2 yards at the most by MAMARONECK. 4 yards. Maybe it's 4 yards, but I thought it was only about 3. But it doesn't really make a difference. 3rd and 7. Wing cheese set by MAMARONECK. Drops back, little wing, incomplete. Totally out of reach of the MAMARONECK receiver.
So Scarsdale, again, with a solid defense.
4th down again for MAMARONECK. They're going to have to punt again. There you see Dick Palladino, the coach of the Scarsdale Raiders, who's brought home 4 straight league championships for Scarsdale. Again, Orange Theater not back, set in their own 45. Ornstein goes backwards and ends up gaining about 1 yard. He went backwards a little bit and gained up the yards. He lost going backwards. Goes back to 47 of MAMARONECK. Let's Scarsdale back on offense for the second time today. They got a first down last time. They couldn't move it any further.
And once again, they're starting with good field position. They're starting from the MAMARONECK 47.
Here's Scarsdale, and their eye set again. Hand up to Brennan for about 1 yard.
Stop by 43, right down.
Second and 9.
Second and 9.
Forstein calls the play for Scarsdale. Little run for Forstein. Flag on the play. 2 flags on the play. About 6 yards, but there are 2 flags on the play. One before the run and one right as he was tackled.
And let's see what the calls are.
Clip on Scarsdale and a face mask on MAMARONECK, both of them offset, and it'll be Scarsdale's ball.
Second and 8 on 46.
Second and 8. I formation, Silverman and Brennan. To give to Silverman. No, good fake. Big run for Silverman. Great fake by Forstein, giving it off after the last play. I think about 10, 15 yards on that play. The ball is all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Well, they went from the 46 to the 25, so that would be a
20 yards.
21.
38 yards for Silverman on 2 runs of 18 and 20 yards.
Silverman really bolting his way through there.
Give Silverman again. Again! No one can seem to tackle him. 10 yards again on that play. They seem to have him tackled, and then he breaks through until they get 2 or 3 guys on him. No, it's about, 8 yards. 46 yards for Jason Silverman. Second and 2. They're on about their own 17-yard line, but MAMARONECK 17 yards. The touchdown again. Eric Lucas goes wide. One-on-one coverage against Bluequist. No gain by Brennan. First and 10, they did gain 2 yards on the play. So it is first and 10. First and about... First and about on the 15-yard line, first and 10. Again, Bluekiss goes wide. Hand off to Brennan. No fat. Touchdown. That will be 2. I thought it was a hand up.
Number 7, Jeff Cochran, wide open in the end zone. And you're right, they fooled everybody. Who would have thought that Scarsdale would have passed the ball?
That was a great fake handoff. I thought he was in through the line. They kept on running handoffs, and he kept on dropping back like he was going to pass. And that time he actually did pass for the touchdown. Forstein to Cochran. Extra point is up. And no good.
No good.
It looked good, but I don't know. It was declared no good, so.
Scarsdale leads 6-0.
Ezra Simmons misses the extra point. So it's 6-0. Scarsdale will kick off again.
And even though Scarsdale already has 54 yards rushing, most of which were by Jason Silverman, the one touchdown they have so far is on a pass.
Yeah, but that was set up by all the rushes. It was
Right,
great fake
exactly.
handoff and wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. 6-0 Scarsdale. Line drive kickoff to about the 10, 15. Runs it back, 25, 30, 35. About the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. Good run back for MAMARONECK, and they get the ball in the best field position of the day. But Scarsdale's had the ball around the 50-yard line. MAMARONECK's been deep in their zone.
On the last touchdown drive, Scarsdale started from the MAMARONECK 47.
Right. And a couple big runs by Silverman set that up. Penalty is against MAMARONECK. They won't start from good field. They won't start from good field position again. 15-yard penalty. This hurts MAMARONECK a lot. They're back to their own 16-yard line again. Again, bad field position.
So a costly penalty for MAMARONECK. But another lift for the Raider defense.
First and 10 on the 15.
Handoff. 1 yard.
Number 34, Stephen Daldana. Stopped by 58, Peter Sheehan.
MAMARONECK only has 14 total yards on offense, all of them on the rush.
They have the one pass play, but that was incomplete.
Second and 7.
Incidentally, all these statistics that we're giving you are unofficial
Of course. I mean,
because
we're-
nobody can exactly pinpoint the number of yards.
Gain for about 1 or 2.
Handoff, 34, Stephen Daldana.
Third and about 5.
2-yard gain. Third and 5 on the 21.
Scarsdale do a good job on defense.
Those
MAMARONECK
16 yards by MAMARONECK, well now they have 16, have been on 6 attempts.
Yeah.
So on each possession, that's not too many yards.
I know they're stopping them good. And here's a play in motion. Fake handoff. No, it is a handoff. I'm getting confused with these fake handoffs. They're all been good.
34, Daldana.
I-
Stopped by a host of Scarsdale Raiders.
4th down. Gain no yards, but that time the receiver was open. So they might try that later as a fake handoff. Because Scarsdale seemed to commit awfully early to the rush. Here's a punch for Scarsdale. Knopping Orange Team back again. Quick snap. Almost blocked by Mercenti. And fair catch called by Orange Team.
So Scarsdale again with the excellent field position starting from the MAMARONECK 49.
Danny Ornstein, there's a flag on the play.
49-yard line. Forced to call the play. Kevin Walsh is on the field today. He's signaling up to the press booth, similar to where we are, and giving his opinion into the game. Well, here's Scarsdale in that I formation with Lucas wide, trying to add to their 6-0 lead. No gain by Brennan.
Number 32, Hector Brennan. Stopped by 44, Brennan.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10.
There's, you see the coach of Scarsdale, Dick Palladino. The I formation, Lucas wide. Good run by Forstein. 6 or 7 yards on the play.
Carried by number 11, David Ornstein. Stopped by number 29,
Forstein is about 15 yards this game so far. 15 yards rushing and 15 yards passing. There you see the Scarsdale High School class of 1949. Bloomquist is wide. The I formation. Handoff. About 2 or 3 yards. Not enough for a first down. The punting team goes on the field, led by Jeff Cochran.
4th and 2.
Scarsdale starts from the Mamaroneck 49, but they only get to the Mamaroneck 40.
7
So-
yards, up the middle. I'm surprised they didn't try the play action again, because it worked a couple times. Both times they've tried it, it's been wide open. One for a touchdown and one's for an incomplete pass. Cochran. Oh, right at the goal line. The ball took the funniest hop. It looked like it was going to go in. The ball bounced back and it went right in about the 1-inch line.
And a friendly bounce for the Scarsdale Raiders. Mamaroneck starting.
The water must have absorbed the ball.
All that
somehow.
rain must have done something.
Cochran had that all planned. He wanted the ball to bounce and then
Oh,
slip
I'm sure
out
he
of
calculated it exactly.
Right. And they don't even have the proper 15 yards to punt out of now.
Last week, Scarsdale had a safety. Let's see what happens now.
Incomplete. No Mamaroneck player. The fans are screaming for intentional grounding. And if that's true, that'll be a safety for Scarsdale. If there's a penalty of Mamaroneck. Safety for Scarsdale.
Unbelievable.
Intentional grounding and a safety. No Mamaroneck player was by. 2 points for Scarsdale.
And what a strange sequence of events.
No, and now Mamaroneck will punch from their own 20-yard line to give the ball to Scarsdale. So Scarsdale got excellent position off this. A flag in the end zone means a safety. As you learned from last week's Jet game, they did it too.
But who watches the Jets anymore?
I do. Die hard. Wait. He's calling off the flag?
And what's going on?
Nick Palladino's going out to speak to the ref. Now Palladino and the ref are going to argue about the flag. Second down on the 1-inch line. They're calling no flag, no safety, 6-0. Palladino is arguing profusely with the ref. Palladino screaming for the defense, so the flag must have been overruled. 2nd down and 10. I don't know what the call was. And now the Mamaroneck coach is talking to the ref. I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't know what the call was, but it's 6-0. The safety called back. Second, they could get another one here.
They still have a lot of chances.
Right.
It's incomplete pass.
The ruling is an incomplete pass.
There was no receiver anywhere in the vicinity of the ball. But,
well,
it's a gain of about 1 yard, 3rd and about 9.
Well, if that was an incomplete pass, that was the first pass attempt by the Mamaroneck.
No, second pass attempt. They had another incomplete pass earlier in the game.
Right.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
And we'll be back at the start of the second quarter, right after the short break.
6-0 Scarsdale. 4th and about 7. They're going to have to punt for their own end zone. They do not have the proper room, so it's going to watch for the rush.
And
Good
Scarsdale will once again have excellent field position.
40 yards.
Ornstein taking them to the Mamaroneck 37.
Well, again, they got him deep in the end zone, so, I mean, they were bound to have the ball so deep. But again, that was his best punt all day. It was 40 yards or something.
The last 3 possessions, Scarsdale started at the Mamaroneck 49, 47, and now 37.
So, again, Scarsdale has an opportunity to score.
Scarsdale also holding the Mamaroneck Tigers to 17 yards total offense.
They're keeping their 0 points scored in league play intact. Silverman and Brennan in the backfield. No Bloomquist out wide again. Same formation. Silverman. Again, 5 yards. Silverman. Silverman, 51 yards today.
And that's out of 65 total yards on offense for Scarsdale. Rather, 65 on by the rush. About 80 total offense.
voice you just heard was of the Mamaroneck coach in the press box. One of the Mamaroneck coaches. Brennan
Here's Brennan.
for about 5 yards.
Stop by number 42 and regain ground.
Third and about 5. Wait, I thought they're only 5 yards total on that play. Sorry.
I think each of those rushes were more as like,
3 and 2 yards.
yeah, 3 and 2.
Third and 5. Bloomquist out wide again. Silverman. Brennan in the eye. Give. No fake to Forstein. Oh, touchdown Scarsdale. Great play. Great play by Scarsdale.
David Feuerstein and the Raiders completely fooling everybody. He was wide open.
No, it was a great fake handoff to Silverman and Brennan, and they stuffed it completely. And out wide, and great call by Scarsdale. Wide open.
Once the play developed, it was just a matter of a 30-yard dash for Feuerstein.
12-0. Scarsdale's going to attempt a 2-point play here. Instead of going with the extra point, see if they can get the score at 14. Here's the 2-point play. They start at the 3-yard line. They have 1 play to get it in. 2-point attempt to try to make it 14. Fake. Looking for Cochran. They find. Blocked down. So they incomplete on the 2-point attempt, but Scarsdale. Well, great call by Scarsdale on that last play. A great sprint by Forstein.
Feuerstein, again, proving the great quarterback he is.
Bloomquist put a great block on the quarterback, and he only had to outrun the safety, and he had to just cut to the end zone, and no one was against him. Everyone blocked up Brennan Silverman.
And he was just wide open on that run. There was nobody within 5 or 10 yards of him once he got by.
Great play by Forstein. A 35-yard gallop. 12-0. The longest run of the day for Scarsdale.
And we'd like to remind you that we'll be selecting our Channel 36 most valuable player at the conclusion of this broadcast.
And their only choice, Dave Forstein, the junior. A 35-yard gallop and a 15-yard pass attempt for the touchdown. 2 touchdowns by Scarsdale. But great defensive plays by Scarsdale also. Forstein to kick off again. Fielded about the 20. 25. Running. He ran across field. Good hit by number 21 of Scarsdale, Peter Frick.
And
Peter
again,
Bracken.
Mamaroneck starting from only their own 23.
That's the big defense in Scarsdale. Great defense by Scarsdale. A lot of first down to Mamaroneck so far. Good handoff for about 3 or 4 yards.
I don't think Mamaroneck has gone past the 35-yard line.
I don't think they got past the 25.
Mamaroneck with only 20 yards total offense, all rushing.
And no first down. Scarsdale defense excelling again. Handoff, good dish to Mamaroneck, running wide, loss of 4 yards.
Great coverage by number 7, Jeff Cochran. Cochran running after him.
Great play. He cut out wide. It's 4 or 5 yard loss. They were trying to get a big sweep and get a big yard. The sweep is a play where you either gain a lot or lose a lot. You hardly ever get even.
Mamaroneck now with 15 total yards and 10 rushing attempts.
3rd and 12, flag on the play, but no yards. But I think it's against Mamaroneck because Scarsdale's hunting team's running on the field. 4th and 12. Yet to have a first down for Mamaroneck, I think. But here's the penalty. We're waiting for the call. It's against Mamaroneck, I think. They decline it.
Illegal motion against Mamaroneck. Penalty declined.
Another penalty.
Illegal motion. That's a 5-yard penalty, but it was declined because it's 4th down and the fourth Mamaroneck punt. They don't want to give them another chance. Here's a punt by Mamaroneck.
Number 11, Zach Schroeder.
Oh, good punt. Doug Knob filled the
Doug Knob. Number
45.
26.
Again, Scarsdale was inside the other team's Mamaroneck.
Scarsdale starting from the Mamaroneck 44.
Shot line, 32, Louis Cartagena.
I think there's another flag on the play. You can see a yellow thing on the play. Here's the call. I think the flag is against.
They're bringing the ball back.
So I think the flag's probably against Mamaroneck, 5-yard penalty. I guess. But I don't know what the call was exactly. But they're going to repunt, or maybe it was offsetting. That's what it looked like it was, because he put one fan the other way. So offsetting penalties against Mamaroneck and Scarsdale. So 4th and 11. Same thing. Then it's repunt.
Penalty against Raiders. Free kick.
A repunt on offsetting penalties. Mamaroneck to punt again.
Ornstein and Knopp standing at about their own 45.
Better punt this time. Ornstein fields it at the 45. Fumble! Oh.
Ornstein recovers.
This is the first time all day that Scarsdale, I don't think, has gotten the ball inside Mamaroneck territory at the 45. Not bad by the...
Number 11, received by Danny Ornstein, number 20.
Good recovery by Ornstein after his fumble.
Stop by number 80, Roy Stevens.
Scarsdale will go on offense from their own 44. Not bad field position, but for Scarsdale today, it's pretty bad. I mean, they've had great field position all day.
It's less than their average anyway,
Right.
but they're still starting from their own 44.
Better than Mamaroneck started from all day.
Mamaroneck
so-
hasn't even seen their 44.
Right. Good handoff to Silverman. 5 yards, I would say, on the play.
And the ball is loose. And Mamaroneck recovers.
Big play. The first big...
Handoff to 31, Jason Silverman. Fumble recovered by Mamaroneck.
The first big turnover. Mamaroneck going to get good field position for once. A fumble after a 5-yard gain.
First and 10, Mamaroneck on the 48.
Mamaroneck, Silverman gained 5 yards, but a costly turnover might change the momentum around here. Force a defense for Scarsdale.
Mamaroneck starting from the Scarsdale 48.
Best field position all day on the turnover. Handoff. No, fake handoff. They're going long. Oh.
And it's incomplete way downfield.
Good.
Intended for number 11,
Good,
Schroeder.
good defense by Peter Fradkin on the play, jumping up, deflecting the ball away. That was a great play action pass again, faking the handoff and looking long. The coach that was up here with us before, the Mamaroneck coach, kept on going throw long. So and he just ran over to the other sideline, and now he's down there, and there's different coaches up here. So maybe that's his influence, making them so long. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Again, throwing up. Little
Ooh.
dish. 2 plays in a row.
For 34, Steve Maradona.
The Mamaroneck seems to be trying to change their offense now because they've been running, unsuccessful, only 15 yards now. They only threw 2 pass attempts, now they're going in the air. I mean, One of their keys was to try to throw the ball, but they wanted to establish the run first to get the throw good. Going like Scarsdale does.
Anyway, Kim called out.
Last week, Brennan and Silverman combined for 190 yards. So far, Scarsdale's already scored 62, but the big game was 30 yards by David Forstein on a gallop for a touchdown. And the Mamaroneck quarterback, Jason Brisardo, this is a statistic I was looking up, threw for 215 yards last week. So expect him to go to the air now, but maybe they still want to establish the run, so look for him to go to the air. Here he is again.
Here they go, but what's going to happen?
Throws it up.
Ooh, a close call.
That was a first down, but he just dropped the ball.
That would have been Mamaroneck's first down.
Right. And so the Mamaroneck can't throw the ball, but I think they were trying to establish the run to get the pass more effective. But look for them to get the ball up in the air more, since they're down 12-0 on 2 touchdowns by Scarsdale. Here's a punt.
Mamaroneck now 0 for 5 on the pass attempt.
See, the reason Mamaroneck wants to establish the run is because so they can slow up the defensive line by Scarsdale, and that'll make them tee off against the quarterback. Because Mamaroneck really wants to run and throw in the long run, but if they don't establish the run, then all they do is put it out, all-out rush, and the quarterback has no time to get the ball off. They establish the run and they put it out all-out rush to get a big gain. So, but I think they've tried to give up on the rush. Maybe they're going to throw it in the air more often. So it's 4th and 15. Fake.
What? Oh, what a play by Scarsdale.
A fake punt. No, I don't think it was actually a fake punt, but Scarsdale, Versenti, and a couple other players had a great rush, and they either had a choice to get it blocked or go for the fake. So they went for the fake and lost 15 yards. So Scarsdale get great field position on their own 36. That was almost looked like it would be the first time Scarsdale didn't get good field position. But
so would one score that as a rush? Is that?
That wasn't a rush.
What category does that come under?
It's really a special teams play, because they would have had a fake. It was a great special teams rush, defensive rush by them. So it's just a loss for Mamaroneck. It's just like a punt that went negative yards, just like a block punt. Fake handoff, first team crushed, 10-yard loss.
Quarterback sacked by number 11, Jack Schroeder.
And some quick changes of momentum here.
No, but that was a great play because Scarsdale, that was the exact same play they ran for the touchdown. But this time they were watching the fake handoff, and when he faked handoff, he was deking and he didn't even see the player, and he was nailed.
You're implying that sacks come under passing.
No, they really come under running, but he didn't attempt it. It's just a sack is a separate category, basically. But it's minus 10 yards total offense.
Okay.
Flag on the play.
Looks like illegal motion against Scarsdale. They could have their first big hole in the game. Wait for the official reps call. No, false start against Scarsdale.
Offsides, Raiders.
So 5 yards back again. Now it's going to be second and about 25 for Scarsdale. Scarsdale on this play will not try to get the ball actually for a touchdown or something like that. They'll just try to gain some yardage back to get a better field position. Now they're on their own 50. They're going backwards. First penalty against Scarsdale all day. Except for the couple offsetting penalties, but those didn't really count. Oh, here's Silverman. Big gain.
Handoff to Brennan, number 32.
Oh, Brennan, sorry, correction.
12-yard gain on the play.
Brennan, 22 yards for the game.
80.
That was a conservative call, but broke open by Brennan with his speed. Third and about 13.
3rd and 13.
Look for Scarsdale, a little play action pass here to try to get the first down. Two wideouts, first time in the game for Scarsdale. And the eye set again, no tight ends.
There's a flag on the play.
Delay of game against Scarsdale. They took too much time.
So Scarsdale getting into the penalty.
Category. They're hurting themselves. A sack, 2 penalties. Now it's 3rd and 20. No, 3rd and 18, sorry. Now Cochran goes back into the game as the tight end.
Delay of game, 5-yard penalty. Third and 18.
MAMARONECK probably going to deep defense just to try to prevent them from getting the first down. They don't care about a 10-yard pass. They want to prevent the 18-yard one. 2 wideouts again. Knopp and Bloomquist. Knopp in motion. Here's the option to Brennan. Brennan gains about 10, about 8 yards. They gained the 8-yard play, but it's still 4th and 10.
32, Brennan.
That was the option, because they had to guard Forsty before he would pitch it out to Brennan, but they don't gain the 18 yards. On the field, the official time. So here's the punt by Cochran.
Cochran punting from his own 48.
Here's the punt. Cochran trying to pin him deep.
Jeff Cochran, number 7.
Fielded about the 10. 10-yard run back for MAMARONECK.
Stopped by Peter Fradkin, number 21.
MAMARONECK's big
77, John Rydell.
MAMARONECK's big plays all day have been on run backs. That's the most yards they've gained on any offensive play. Look at them just go back to the air here. For the last play, they really couldn't. The last series, they were throwing a lot. That's because they couldn't throw a lot. They finally had room to throw before they've been pinned. They were like the midfield yards the whole time. The I formation. Give up the middle. 1 yard at the most.
Ball carried by number 34, Stephen Dalladana.
MAMARONECK with 16 yards rushing on 11 attempts.
Correct.
0 for 5 on passing.
It's 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 about. And 2 yards in the play. 3 yards in the play instead of 1 like that. Wing T set by MAMARONECK. Wide out. Give. Needed about 1 yard that time. Third and 5. Wing T. Reverse. Bubble on the play. Looks like Scarsdale recovered. 2nd turnover of the game. They reversed the ball. They were going to wide and they reversed it. And on the 2nd handoff, it wasn't handed off properly, and the ball was just falling. And the only person near there was a Scarsdale Raider player, and Scarsdale recovers for the first down on MAMARONECK's 28-yard line. Clock starts to run again. Forsteed going in. Bloomquist out wide. I formation. Brennan and Silverman. Silverman for about 4 or 5 yards.
31, Jason Silverman. Second and 8.
I formation, 2 wideouts. Knopp and Bloomquist. 2nd and about 8. Option. Forsteed is free for no yards. They guarded the option man and forced Forsteed to keep it.
Ball capped by number 11, David Forsteed. Stopped by 44, Dan Perez.
Timeout on the field. Scarsdale.
Timeout, Scarsdale.
1 minute, 6 seconds left to go. Brennan in motion. Fake handoff. Give to Brennan. 8. About an 8-yard gain for Brennan. Timeout Scarsdale. After the timeout, it looks like Scarsdale's going to go for it on 4th and 2. They have nothing to lose with only 55 seconds left to go in the game. I mean, half, sorry, correction. Bloomquist out wide. I formation. Knopp, the wing back. Brennan and Silverman. Knopp in motion. Crossing across the formation. Fake handoff. Little dish.
Whoa!
Fumble.
Recovered by number 32, Andrew Brennan.
Doesn't help because it's gonna be Mamaroneck's ball at the 40, but that was still great hustle by Brennan to prevent them from
Saving a touchdown.
Right, prevented them from running it back. Morrissey was just stripped. He was going to throw the ball, just stripped right out of his hands. They were trying to look for Bloomquist or not, but both excellent covered. And then Brennan was back to back block, and it just happened he came out right there.
45 seconds to go in the half, and a costly turnover by the Raiders.
Shotgun, 3 wideouts for Mamaroneck. Good stop. No yard gain. No yards.
But that's Mamaroneck's first pass completion of the day.
Doesn't help if you get no yards on
Right.
the pass play. And timeout Mamaroneck. We'll be back. 26 seconds left to go.
With 26 seconds to go in the first half, Scarsdale leading 12-0.
Again, now they're not going to the shotgun, but again, 3 wideouts and a running back in the backfield. A running play wide out. They're looking for a gain of 8 yards. They could have done that all day, but now they're going to have to call a timeout.
Ball carried by number 13, touchdown.
16 seconds. 17 seconds. Clock has stopped to move the yard markers. First and 10. Clock's moving.
15
Shotgun.
seconds, 14.
Shotgun formation. Little dish.
Whoop.
Incomplete. Clock stopped with 9 seconds left to go.
Mamaroneck now 1 for 7 on the pass attempts.
Look for Mamaroneck now to go long twice, because they have 2 possible attempts to get the ball in the end zone.
And there's only 8 seconds left, so they have
Even
to
if
get...
it's intercepted, then scores to get the ball to 20, then they'll stout it. So
Right.
you just got to watch the run back here. So look for 3 wideouts on one side.
And a
Wait.
timeout by Mamaroneck.
That call makes little sense at all, because they could have called the timeout on the last play when the clock wasn't running. Now the clock has stopped, and the timeout is useless. And we're back here.
8 seconds to go in the first half.
4 wideouts this time, I think. It looks like it. 4 wideouts, 1 in motion. 8 seconds left to go. Shotgun.
And a flag already.
Wide open.
Tipped up, and Brennan
Almost
cannot quite
He was
get it.
open, and then
Incomplete to number 20, Reedy.
the game is open. Half is over, but the thing is there's a flag. If it's a defensive flag, then the play will resume for 1 more play. If it's an offensive flag, then the game is over. The half is over, sorry. I was going to say the game. Second down and 10. But I don't know if it's an offensive or defensive flag. We'll have to wait. It was a great play by Dan Ornstein deflecting it. Almost Andrew Brennan almost intercepted it.
The wind is really starting to gust now, and it's cutting right across the field, so it's going to really
Which
hinder the
direction is
passing.
it moving?
Well, it's coming from the west, so any passes that go up
Penalty
in the air are just
decline.
going to be sheared by the wind.
Wait, they called the timeout with no time on the clock. This doesn't make any sense. Well, maybe that clock's wrong, but there's probably 1 or 2 seconds left.
And we'll be back with no seconds when play resumes.
This is probably the last play of the half because we don't know how much time there is left, but it's pretty close to the end. There are 4 wideouts, shotgun formation, deep zone, look long for...
Here comes the bomb.
Oh, intercepted by Scarsdale.
Intercepted by Brennan.
Brennan.
Interception to number 32, Andrew Brennan.
Here he goes, running back. Here he is, still going. Ran it back all the way to the 44-yard line. There is a flag on the play, so the play might be overruled. But that's the half after a big run back. A 42-yard run back to end the half. Scarsdale leads 12-0 at the end of the first half.
And we'll be back after a short break. Welcome back on this partly cloudy day to Willard B. Dean Field, Scarsdale High School, Scarsdale, New York. We're beginning the second half right now. The Raiders have a 12-0 lead.
And MAMARONECK's going to kick off. Scarsdale has this 12-0 lead, 2 touchdowns, a 4-seed 35-yard gallop on a great option play, untouched into the end zone, and a 4-seed pass, 15 yards to wide open Jeff Cochran. 2 great calls by Coach
And
Nick
another
Palladino.
statistics which highlights the game, the MAMARONECK is 1 for 7 in passing, and their only pass got them back to the line of scrimmage, so they have no yards on the pass.
And they have 1 first down all half, and the only first down came on very late in the quarter when Scarsdale was giving up the run and looking for the pass, and he got a 10-yard completion. So MAMARONECK kick off. Another key statistic here is Scarsdale has had 2 turnovers compared to MAMARONECK's 1, but no one's actually completed on the turnovers. Scarsdale fumbled the ball twice, once to a 4-seed and once to a Silverman, and MAMARONECK fumbled the ball once. Here's Ornstein with the ball at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 37-yard line. Good run back for Scarsdale. The worst field position they've had all day, but it's not bad at all.
Right, they haven't really started past this is the only time they began shorter than the 40.
They began once earlier,
Right,
shorter than the 40.
that's true.
But
Right.
Scarsdale's had excellent field position all day today, while MAMARONECK had poor field position all day today. Except for that one series where they recovered the fumble. They were at the 49. They went to 3 passes, all incomplete, and then the famous fake punt that Scarsdale extra field position again. So, a wing I formation with a setback and penalty again on the play. Scarsdale at the end of this first half has got a lot of penalties. Penalty-filled first half. A long game in this first half because of the penalties. False start, Scarsdale.
So Scarsdale beginning to gather the penalty yards.
First and 15. That one series, they got sacked, 2 penalties, and they almost still got the first down. That was right at the end of the first half. First and 15. Forstein with Bloomquist wide. Gives to Silverman. Shortest gain all day for Silverman, only a yard. Silverman has 60 yards on the day today. Brennan has 30 for the Scarsdale. Forstein has 40 yards rushing and 23 yards passing. The majority of those 40-yard rushing have been on a 35-yard touchdown run. Forstein's run the option quite well in Kevin Walsh's absence. Bloomquist out wide, I formation. Second down and 5. Silverman in motion. Give to Brennan. Loss of a couple, I think. No gain. No gain of 1. Sorry, I thought that was a loss, and they seemed to mark it as a gain. Third and about 3. Gain of about 2 for Brennan. It's hard to call from all the way up here exactly where the spot of the ball is. He had a second surge there that got him those 2 yards. I formation again. Bloomquist out wide, the traditional formation for Scarsdale. Fake handoff, throw to Bloomquist. Complete. Bloomquist at the 50.
Bloomquist goes all the way into the MAMARONECK 47.
A 15-yard gain. 38 yards passing for Forstein today. Nice play. Bloomquist out wide on the last completion. Nicely thrown. He cut toward the middle, shielding off the quarterback, and he was wide open. Brennan gains about 2. Second and about 8. 2-yard gain for Andrew Brennan on the last play. Brennan's got 34 yards today. Bloomquist out wide again. That's what's dangerous about the setback. You never know who's going to get the ball. There's Silverman for a big gain. All the way down to the 30. About 18 yards on that last play. He's got 78 yards today. Looks like he's on his way to a 100-yard game.
Well, the way he runs is a real forced rush. He just kind of bolts his way through a lot of Mamaroneck defense. He's had few open spots, but he certainly makes the most of the room he's
They
given.
haven't moved up the yard markers. I don't know why. Maybe this doesn't make any sense. The yard markers are behind the ball. But it's first down. They rule the first down. So the ball's on the 30-yard line. 15-yard game for Silverman.
The Raiders now with about 140 yards rushing.
That's what's dangerous about the Scarsdale offense. They got Bloomquist who can cut, and Silverman who's the power by, and Brennan who's the speedster. Here's Brennan.
Handoff to 32, Andrew Brennan. Stop line 44, Dan Perez.
2nd and 5. Timeout Mamaroneck, and we'll be back when play resumes. 2nd and 5 on the 25. Tight formation. Good head.
Brennan.
Brennan to about the 15. 15-yard gain.
Brennan takes it all the way to the 16.
10-yard gain for Brennan.
By Terry Harper.
Brennan has 49 yards today. Brennan and Silverman and Bloomquist is eating up Mamaroneck's defense.
Scarsdale has outrushed Mamaroneck by about 154 to 28.
Impressive. They're on about the 16-yard line. Trying to add to their 12-0 lead.
First and 10.
Bloomquist still out wide. They always go with the same formation. Bloomquist out wide, I formation. Pass.
There's a
Bloomquist.
pass. Oh, it's intended for Eric Bloomquist, but they couldn't put it together.
Aided out of the hands of Eric Bloomquist. Bloomquist fell to the ground in disbelief that he dropped the pass. He knew he was open. He knew he was open. He knew he should have had the ball. Second and 16.
That was
Yep.
only the 5th pass attempt for Scarsdale all day, but they've completed on 3 of them.
That was a great cut by Bloomquist. He cut it away. He cut in the middle, and the quarterback was to the outside, so the quarterback had no chance to get the ball. He was the only one that could have possibly received the ball. Second and about 10 for the Wake Community class. Give to Brennan.
Handoff to Andrew Brennan.
He gains about 5, I would say. No, about 2. Correction.
37 on the 12.
Brennan has 51 yards on 11 rushes. 51 yards on 11 rushes
Pretty
approximately.
good ratio, about 5 yards a rush.
Pretty good, yeah. 3rd and 8. He also has a big completion for about 8 yards, 9 yards. 3rd and 8. Key play for Scarsdale. Fake handoff. Oh, sacked for a loss of about 3 yards.
Number 44,
That's the 2nd sack for the Mamaroneck Tigers today.
Perez.
Both of them have been on the same play. A fake handoff. He goes low, so he cannot see the player, and he gets nailed before he even has a chance to look up and try to run away from it. He's not even. It's a fake play. They're not even trying to get the ball. They're just trying to fake it off. And they're going to go for it on 4th down at about 15. Interesting decision. An interesting decision for Scarsdale. They must not have a lot of faith
The
in their
winds
place
has
kicker.
died down. There were good passing conditions.
Knopp and Bloomquist out wide. I formation. Silverman and Brennan. The
Here
straight
they go
drop.
with the pass.
Incomplete.
And it's just over the head of number 7, Jeff Cochran.
That's the first time all day that forced it has got to a straight drop without a play action pass. But they must not have a lot of faith in their field goal kicker because that was about a 30-yard field goal, and usually a team would go for it. Go for the field goal on that tap, but not go for 4th and 15.
Well, they are leading 12-0, so they have a lot of opportunities to use.
Right, but 15-0 would make the other team go for at least 1 2-point conversion at the time. Well, now they just need 2 touchdowns without even extra points. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. An impressive drive, but stalls inside the 16-yard line. Handoff. 1 or 2 yards. They could not get anything going on the handoff.
Handoff, 41, Aaron McLaughlin, stopped by a host of Raiders.
Their handoffs don't seem to be working. I mean, when they were throwing, they had open receivers. They just weren't being completed. And again, as I repeat the stat from last week, the quarterback from MAMARONECK had 230 yards passing last week, and today he has 0 yards passing. 1 complete pass, but that was for 0 yards. Handoff. Flag on the play. Gained about 2 or 3 yards.
49, Tony Klingerman, there's a flag on the play.
Holding against MAMARONECK. 10-yard penalty. They're going to back it up. It's going to be like 2nd and 18 now. MAMARONECK keeps up beating themselves. Penalty, penalty, penalty. Left in Scarsdale's schedule is Roosevelt next week on the road in Roosevelt, and then they have one more home game against White Plains, and then they go to New Rochelle to finish the season.
And that should be an exciting game, very important game.
All league games remaining in the schedule, I think. Second and about 18. Handoff, wide. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards.
Number 41, Aaron McLaughlin, stopped by number 9, Eric Lewis. 5-yard gain on the play.
Third and about 12. Handoff. 1 yard. 4th and 11. They're going to have to punt again.
Handoff, number 41, Aaron McLaughlin.
I'm really surprised by the MAMARONECK call going back to the run. Even though they weren't successful on the passes, but they were open. I mean, I'm surprised they go back to the run. They haven't been successful all day on runs. As you said before, they've only had about 28 yards total rushing offense. Punt.
Here's Knopf. Stopped at 46-yard line.
I'm surprised there's no flag on the play. The MAMARONECK punter was hit. I don't know how he was hit, but the MAMARONECK coaches that are up here are arguing about the hit by their kicker. But they're 48-yard line again. Great field position for Scarsdale.
One note that Adam Herzog brings out in his article about the Raider defense, they've only allowed 14 points the whole season.
And not in league play. And this is a league game.
Well, and also they only allowed 75 yards on the ground last week and 25 yards passing. So definitely a strong defensive team.
Same formation. Lucas out wide. Give to Silverman. Flag on the
flag
play.
on the play.
No yards.
Excuse me, those 75 and 25 yards were in last week's game, not the whole. Obviously, they haven't only allowed 25 yards the whole season because that would be
Impossible.
extremely good defense.
Holding against Scarsdale. Now Scarsdale seems to get these penalties. Now that they have a big 1st and 20. It's not the kind of situation
Actually,
you want to get into.
both teams are really getting into the penalty area now.
That's because it's been a slow game, because every time there's a penalty, the clock stops. Walk it off, then rerun it. Scarsdale's 41. Scarsdale's formation. The eye with Bluequist out wide. There are a lot of plays out of this formation. A lot of different types of plays. That's why.
Here's Silverman, again, fighting his way through for significant yardage.
About 8 yards. 86 yards of the day for Jason Silverman, approximately.
The Tigers just haven't given him a lot of room to run, but he manages to really just fight his way through and pick up a lot of yardage.
86 yards, only 9 rushes, so that's pretty impressive. Almost 10 yards a rush. That's, again, all unofficial stats. Fake handoff, dish to Brennan. Oh, good deke by Brennan. Avoided the Mamaroneck tackler for a gain about 6 yards. That looked like a sure loss. There were two players right next to him, and he deked away and gained about 6 yards. Two good rushes to get 13 yards for Scarsdale. An obvious passing play, but not for Scarsdale. You don't know anything that could happen. Deflected. Oh! Almost for a first down. Dubbed off with the reception.
What hands?
Just like Coach Palladino drew it up in the book, he wanted the players to tap it, of course. Very dangerous pass, deflected up in the air, and anyone could have gotten it. It looks very close. 4th and about a yard. And the punting team's going to go on the field. That's about a 6-yard pass for Forstein. Brings his total up to 44 on the day.
And the Raiders are 4 for 7 on the pass.
It's a very possible fake punt here because they really have nothing to lose. The 38-yard line, and they only need 1 yard, so. It could be up the middle. There's a lot of space in the middle of the field. High punts. It's going for the corner. Into the end zone touchback.
They'll bring it out to the 20.
First and 10, Mamaroneck on their own 20. Trying to mount an offense.
Mamaroneck again starting deep in their own zone.
Man in motion. Run. Gain about 2 or 3 maybe. Ooh. Jeff Cochran and a Mamaroneck player collide after that. It looks like number 56.
And there's a player down.
Tom Lynch is hurt.
And we'll be back when play resumes. And Tom Lynch is back up. Apparently in a lot of pain, though.
There you see him being supported off the field by number 50, David Carr, and Steve Ionescu, number 76.
And that is a major loss for the Scarsdale Raiders.
Two injured Scarsdale Raiders. And as you can see, Tom Lynch grimacing in pain. He's one of the co-captains of Scarsdale, a big player for Scarsdale. Second and about 7. Out wide. Gain of about none. He seemed to run right at the marker where the ball was down, so I don't think he gained anything. Third and about 5.
The Mamaroneck now has 31 rushing yards on about 16 attempts.
Interesting. And they have no passing yards. 1 for 7. Scarsdale's defense impressive.
It's a pass.
Oh, intercepted by number 26, Doug Knopp. Here he goes.
Here he goes.
25, 20, 15, 10, 5.
Taken out of bounds at the 7-yard line. And what a return by Doug Knopp.
From the 40-yard line, he stepped right in front of the receiver and ran it back all the way on the left side of the field. Had great blocking in front of him, and he ran all the way to the goal. First and goal, Scarsdale. The second turnover by Mamaroneck. They finally went up in the air, and Doug Knopp just cut right in front of Scarsdale, the Mamaroneck player. It ended up that one of the tackles of Mamaroneck got him out, run him out of the end zone. With great defense set up by Scarsdale.
And that's the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in a second.
And we're back for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Scarsdale first to goal on the 6th after a 40 or 45-yard run back by Doug Knopp on the interception return. The I formation, Bloomquist out wide. Scarsdale runs, fake run. Forstein sacked. Fumble. Wait.
An interesting chain of events there.
It seemed like he was on the ground and he flipped the ball to the... I don't know how Doug Knopp actually got the ball on that play, but they gained no yards. He seemed to get tackled back and then he flipped it ahead.
The PA system is calling it a pitch out.
Well, he was almost sacked already as the pitch out happened. No yards on the play, in any case.
Bloomquist way to the right.
And Knopp all the way on the right-hand side. They're trying to spread the offense. There goes Knopp in motion. No one taking him as he goes in motion. Give to Brennan. Gains for about 2 yards.
Number 32, Andrew Brennan. Stop line number 44, Dan Burr.
3rd and 4.
2-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 4.
A touchdown here would pretty much seal the victory. Because not saying it's over or anything, but
Mamaroneck
has got 1 first down all day, and they need 3 touchdowns that time. They get a touchdown here. So it's 3rd and go at the 5. Bloomquist out wide, I formation. Knopp in motion. Going out wide. Pitch to Brennan. Knopp's direction. And
Cutting
right at the
through.
goal line.
Just short of the goal line.
They'll probably go for it here. It's on 4th and about inches to the goal line. It's about 4th and 1. Watch the quarterback sneak here. Bloomquist out way wide. I formation. Flag on the play. I think it's false start against Scarsdale. Offsides defense. Because it's 5 yards penalty.
4th and about a fraction of an inch.
Give to Silverman. Touchdown, Scarsdale.
Number 31, Jason Silverman with the touchdown. A 1-inch touchdown rush by Jason Silverman, but it still puts up 6 points.
87 yards for Silverman on the day. They're going for the 2-point conversion again. Knopp in motion, Bloomquist in motion. Knopp in motion, Bloomquist out wide. Forstein,
What?
fumble, doesn't make a difference. They're just going to kick off again. They didn't get it. 18-0 Scarsdale. And Scarsdale to kick off. 3 touchdowns. Forstein to boot it. They fielded about the 10.
Good
And-
coverage by Scarsdale.
About the 25. Mamaroneck. Wig T set.
Again, with not the greatest
Number one in the
starting
motion.
position. They're going to look for the pass again.
Oh, pass interference, number 9.
And 2 flags on the play.
Eric Bloomquist gets the same call, pass interference. Before he got the ball, he hit him and prevented him from getting the ball. Bloomquist did not mean to, but he was going into it. The other guy was going the other way toward the ball. not a pass. It's not a completed pass. It's just a penalty, 15-yard penalty.
Mamaroneck from their own 41, trying to get any points on the board.
They've had two first downs, one on a penalty and one on a rush when Scarsdale's defense wasn't really doing anything. It was right at the end of the first half. So.
Pass attempted for number 34. Steve Deladonna.
And for no yards.
That,
But they got the 15-yard penalty on the pass.
that's true. That's true.
Can't
And the
get
clouds
past it.
and the winds are really starting to come in now. That could be a factor with Mamaroneck's passing game.
Here's Mamaroneck to the air. Looks like he's going to run for about 5-6 yards.
Ball kept by number 13. Monticello.
What about these dark clouds that are coming? Does that mean rain?
Well, they could mean a sprinkle or a shower, but I don't think they'll do much damage. It's more the wind than anything else.
Man in motion, fake handoff, throws, first down.
They actually completed a pass for positive yardage.
12 yards on the last pass completion. They're at the Scarsdale's 44. They're moving. They set up by the 15-yard penalty flag. They got about 35, 40 yards so far. They're moving for a touchdown.
Mamaroneck is now 2 for 10 on the pass for 12 yards.
But that shows they've moved the ball about 40 yards, and they just get the ball where Scarsdale usually starts with the ball at the 40-yard line. Fake handoff. Brennan's coming in. Sack. Fumble.
And
Who's got it?
let's see what the ref calls. Scarsdale was waving it their way,
On the play. Recovered by
and there are indications that, yes,
Scarsdale
Scarsdale
got
must recover.
Number 75.
Number 75, Gerald Brennickmeyer, with the fumble recovery.
Brennan sacked him. The ball came loose. Brennan ran after it, hit it a little farther, and Brennan recovered the fumble. Third turnover by Mamaroneck today, 18-0 Scarsdale. Scarsdale has committed 2 turnovers. Mamaroneck was driving on the last position.
10 on the 40.
According to Adam Herzog's article, Brennickmeyer had 6 tackles in last week's contest.
New quarterback, Robert Adis coming in for Scarsdale. Give to Silverman for about 5 yards. Adis in for Forsted. Forsted with a super game. Second and about 8.
Right when Mamaroneck looks like they might be starting something with their first positive yardage pass, Scarsdale just gets it right back.
And both Scarsdale's, Mamaroneck's turnovers have been very costly. 2 interceptions and 1 fumble in the last
Robbie Aiden, number 22, is for quarterback. There's a flag on the play.
something. It's against Mamaroneck.
It has been a game infested with penalties, especially from Mamaroneck, but also Scarsdale. Scarsdale was almost penalty-free in the first quarter, but since then, both teams have really gotten a lot of penalties.
Substitutions for Scarsdale. Alf Blomquist is out, and number 13, Mike Motion, is in at the wing T-back. Scarsdale going to some substitutions now that they're up 18-0 in the fourth quarter.
There are about 7.5 minutes left.
Number
in the
28,
game.
Troy Gordon in for Jason Silverman. Silverman has 92 yards on the day today, unofficially.
Pretty good.
I think it was a false start against Scarsdale.
Again, the penalties.
Offside against
First and 15 on the 26. Scarsdale driving again. Yet for another score. High formation. And Adis gives it to Troy Gordon for about 5-6 yards.
Number 28, Troy Gordon.
Scarsdale from the Mamaroneck 21.
High formation.
And another flag.
Motion out wide.
Stand up, 28, Troy Gordon. There's a flag on the play.
Holding against Scarsdale. Penalties, penalties, penalties. Oh, declined. Interesting decision. I'm surprised. Now Scarsdale's in field goal range and they could make it 21-0. 20-yard line. Motion out wide. Adis the quarterback. Adis gives to Gordon. Gordon, big gain. 15 yards. Seems Silverman or Gordon, whoever runs for that fullback position, gets big gains. 4th and inches.
And the clouds are really starting to move in now.
4th and 1. Gives to Brennan. Doesn't look like he got it.
Stand up, number 32, Reese Brennan.
It's close. They're going to bring out the sticks. They're going to measure the ball here, see if it's a first down or not. If it's not a first down, Mamaroneck will get the ball back. He's short. Mamaroneck gets the ball back with about 5:30 left to go in the game.
First down, Mamaroneck.
Right, to even get a lead, yeah.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, it's very unlikely. Drops back. Scarsdale's in a deep zone. Here's a safety. Safety!
What else is new?
Jeff Cochran. That's the safety that missed before when the penalty was called back. Jeff Cochran sacks the quarterback in the end zone.
And Jeff Cochran is very excited about that safety, probably because they called back that other one last time, so this one counts. And
40-0. No, it's a touchdown. He recovered the ball in the end zone. Touchdown.
What?
Andrew Brennan for the touchdown.
We're sorry about that.
He fumbled the ball and recovered by Scarsdale in the end zone. That's incredible. Makes sense that he would hold on to the ball once he got it. Extra point is up. No good. Ezra Simmons misses his second extra point of the game. 24-0.
Point attempt by number 3, Ezra Simmons.
Forstein kicking off again.
By number 49.
At the 10, to the 30, to the 40, to the 45-yard line. Great run back.
That's one of the best field
Give
positions
this a
Mamaroneck will have all day.
Approximately 5 minutes left to go in this game. Scarsdale gets stopped on the 11, going for a touchdown. Then the next play, they sack the guy in the end zone for a touchdown. 1st and 10. Scarsdale go in a very deep zone because they know they got to score at least 3 touchdowns. And the Mamaroneck coaching staff that was up here signaling down plays has just left.
Nobody home.
A signal giving up. And so is the Scarsdale coaching staff from up top.
I
So
think we
both
can
teams are pretty much
call it garbage time now.
right. They said we don't need any upstairs plays anymore. It's over.
Mamaroneck with all of
After that touchdown for the fumble recovery, both teams decide we don't need any upstairs. Let's go downstairs and cheer out our team or ball out our team. You know the perspective. Approximately 4 minutes left to go in this game. And you can tell Mamaroneck's giving up when they're just sitting there, standing, waiting for the clock to go down. Run. Gain about 3-4 yards.
Mamaroneck doubled their rushing average on that play. picking up 4 yards. They're averaging 2 the whole game.
Number 45, Schroeder.
Well, Scarsdale's playing a deep zone, so they're gonna let that easy rushing play through now. They just don't want a deep play. They're playing 10 yards back on before they're only playing 6 or 7. Look at all this cushion number 49's giving. Oh, big gain, 5 or 7 or 8 yards. Why couldn't they do that the whole game? Because if Scarsdale,
It's easy to knock Mamaroneck for their bad rushing, but really the credit should go to the Scarsdale defense because that's who's making them.
And now this is the same thing that happened in the first half. That's where they got most of the yards, right at the end. Because Scarsdale's playing back, letting the easy run. Approximately 3 minutes left to go.
And look at this.
About 20 yards now. They're really rushing now that Scarsdale's back. I mean, Scarsdale's like staying back. You can run, because they know the clock's going to move. But that play, the ball was ran right out of bounds. Penalty against Scarsdale. I really don't know what the call is. All I see is the ref marching off toward the Scarsdale goal. Personal foul. What is 5-yard face mask penalty. Personal foul against Scarsdale. First and 1 yard about. Handoff, nothing. No yards on the last play.
Handoff, number 32.
In fact, negative. They had first and 1, and now it's 2nd and 2. It was an inadvertent face mask told us by one of the fans. 2nd and about 2.
What? And it just rolls out of bounds.
Fumble on the last play, but Scarsdale doesn't recover, so Mamaroneck gets the ball because they were the last one with possession of the ball. Pitched it back, out of bounds. Now it was 1st and 1, now it's 3rd and 9. They're going backwards. Great defense by Scarsdale.
3rd and about 8. Handoff, number 49.
4th down, I believe. Yeah, 4th and about 3. So they got negative 2 yards on that series.
4th and 2.
What? Wow. And we'll be back when play resumes. And we're back here at Scarsdale High School. 4th and goal at the 10. The last series was all goals, but the yard markers are up, so you can't tell that. And Scarsdale stops them.
Again, the Scarsdale defense.
Five yards on the last play. First down. First down and goal. I thought it was that way from the beginning, 1st and 1, but some fans started correcting me, so I went with their notion. But now it's 1st and goal at the 8. Their 5-yard gallop gets the 4 yards that they needed. Now it's 1st and goal at about the 7-8. About 1:30 left. Mamaroneck trying to break Scarsdale's scoreless streak in league play. Gibbs in for about the 1.
And very, very close, but no.
2nd and 1.
No
They're finally
touchdown.
moving the ball, rushing. Haven't done so all day. Here comes the goal line defense. In for Scarsdale. Mass substitutions. Ooh, stopped. Stop. 2nd stop. 3rd and goal.
Relentless defense by Scarsdale, keeping up their streak.
Timeout with Mamaroneck, and we'll be back.
Back at Scarsdale High School.
This is the most excitement we've had in a while. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Touchdown, but there's a flag. It might be taken
Mamaroneck's
back.
cheering because they think they scored a touchdown, but let's see what the flag is first.
Let's wait. It might be rolled back.
Touchdown, Mamaroneck.
Scarsdale trying to remain its league.
They're
It's
saying the
league.
touchdown
Sorry,
counts.
non-touchdown for
What?
Mamaroneck.
League shutout. League shutout.
It's
league.
not a touchdown now, they're telling us.
We don't know yet. The refs have not made a decision yet.
As it turns out, the Mamaroneck touchdown did not stand. Because of technical difficulties, the final 90 seconds of the game do not appear on tape. However, Scarsdale wound up winning the game 24-0.
We're back here at Scarsdale High School, Dean Field. Scarsdale winning 24-0, keeping their points not scored in league play intact. 14 points all season. Great game all around.
And just relentless defense by Scarsdale, allowing only 12 yards in the air and only 68 yards on the ground.
Forstey did a great job leading the attack for Scarsdale offensively. 40 yards rushing, 44 yards.
And 4 for 7 in the air. And on the rush, Brennan and Silverman, the two major forces, bringing the rushing total up to 201 yards unofficially.
Including Forstey's 40-yard gallop for a touchdown.
Right.
But Brennan with 2 sacks of the day, an interception return. Great playing all around for Brennan and Silverman. Silverman with 92 yards, and Brennan with 60 yards unofficially, of course. And
so for the first time in Channel 36 history, we're going to have co-MVPs.
Silverman and Brennan.
Because we can't decide who did better. Both of them did spectacular jobs today, leading the Raiders to a 24-0 victory. And that'll do it from Dean Field in Scarsdale, New York. Once again, the Raiders win at 24-0. This is Russ Corrins for Wayne Schwartz on this cold afternoon. Good night.